You've switched your paper and soap systems to a new supplier. You're changing all the units off the wall. However, you don't want to create a massive imprint in the landfill. So what are your options? Do you just chuck all the dispensers in the skip, or do you have them responsibly chipped and recycled and then sold back into the plastic supply chain? Well, if you're Reed School, that's exactly what you do, because we've teamed up with Fig, who facilitate that exact process. So the way it works is pretty simple, to be honest. Fig will ship you enough of these collapsible crates, which you then build up, and then you put your dispensers in. They can take about 100 dispensers, depending on which type of dispenser it is, and then you just tell them when you're ready, and they'll come and pick it up, and then they'll take it back to their facility for chipping. Stephen, get the kettle on, mate. I'm coming down, and I'd love to see what happens to these dispensers, and a little before and after video's got to be done, hasn't it?
So after the crates had been unloaded off the lorry and weighed, they then come in here and they get counted out of the crates. So we can't rely on what the customer says, how many there's going to be, because we don't want to over-invoice or under-invoice. So they get counted and sorted, and then they go down for deconstruction. Each dispenser is taken apart by hand, and then each piece of each dispenser is then scanned on the NIR scanner to identify which plastic type it is, and then all of those parts from all of those dispensers are then sorted by hand into different plastic types and colours. Then the large parts are then shredded on the shredding machine and then processed through the granulator into 6mm pieces. And then once we've got a full ton bag, we then go round to the storage area. Once we've got a whole lorry load, they then go up to Huddersfield to get melted down, made into pellets, and then sold to the injection moulding companies to make new plastic products out of old washroom dispensers. And 95% of all incoming plastic ends up being made into new plastic products. So this is the stock of the granules after it's been through all of the processes on site. This is the last stage before they get loaded onto the lorry. And on each bag we have a reference code, and in the office we have a master schedule spreadsheet, which each code of each bag is related to every project of old dispensers that come onto this site. So that will be bag 1064, ABS, white, 1,049 kilos. So typically just over a ton in each bag.
Well, I have to say I really enjoyed that visit to Stephen's factory here, and I wish I'd come down sooner. I love a factory tour, and seeing under the hood of this whole recycling process, it's fascinating. I mean, this is the best example of a full cycle opportunity instead of just sending stuff to landfill and kind of being out of sight, out of mind.